Hey guys, I am BossJega. Today we're going to talk about basics of acting, part 1. What is acting? Acting is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. When you're acting, that means you're given a script. It is written. Either it is an event that took place some time ago or somebody's imagination. So when you are given that script, it is for you to interpret the character perfectly the way it ought to be. What will be the question that will come to your mind? What exactly is the desire of that character? You need to know. So that brings us to knowing the difference between the pros and amateur. The amateurs, they tend to focus on the lines, trying to memorize the lines so they can be able to deliver the lines. But pros don't focus on lines. They focus on what we call communication. Communication, how to communicate with the audience. Communication has feelings. Communication has emotion. And communication has depth. So, for you to be able to communicate perfectly, you must find out so many things about your character. You must understand where your character is coming from and where your character is heading to. You must understand what your character is going to do at that particular moment, that particular scene. When you go for an audition, there is a tendency you get a full script. You study it perfectly, you understand major things or most things of your character. But there's still a tendency, you go to an audition, they give you a side, that is parts, copies of a full script. They give you copies. And when you have the copies, you don't really know the details of your character, where your character is coming from and where your character is heading to, and what your character is supposed to do at that moment. These are the details you need. But as an amateur, people that are amateur, they will just get a script, a particular scene given to them. Possibly it's a scene that is given to them. They'll just read through the lines. When you read through the lines, the director will say action. You will just be running lines. You don't understand if your character is a wealthy person. You don't understand if your character is poor. You don't understand the concept, the idea behind your character. These are the things you need to find out. When you know the details of your character, then you talk about getting the lines. When you get the lines, it will aid you to act perfectly. That comes to a point. That is what we'll call cue, and that's what we'll call impulse. When you're acting, you don't act based on your cue, but you come into action based on your cue. But your acting should be based on your impulse. What am I trying to say? If I am John in a film and somebody's James in a film, and since I am John, the last line of James should be, I will slap you. That is going to be my cue to take action. But I will slap you, I am not going to use it as I will take an impulse. It will take me the impulse, the way I feel about the person responding to me, telling me he will slap me. That is the way I feel is what I'll bring out real from inside of me to react towards that last cue of I will slap you. So knowing all this will aid you to understand the depth of acting. Acting is beyond reading through lines, because if it's all about reading through lines, anybody who can recite lines, who can just go there, memorize and recite lines will start acting. If you look at it critically, a lot of people can memorize and recite lines, but not a lot can act. It takes people with that extra creativity to put something, just words in a sheet of paper. You put life in it. That is what we call acting. That is why we have, let me say, if your acting is not yet your own, if the way you act, it is not your own yet, you have not really started. For you to say you have started acting, you must create a concept that kind of act will be yours and yours alone. And when people watch, even when they hear your voice or when they see your action, they'll know it's only you that can behave this way in a script. That is you in a different version. So for you to act perfectly, it must be you. You don't try to pretend. Acting is not pretending. You don't pretend to take actions. You take actions based on emotion, the way you feel about what is going on. So what am I trying to say? For you to understand acting perfectly, you must learn how to work like the pros. Like our legends, somebody like Sam Loco, Nkemowo, Mr. Ibu. They all are comedians, but they have their own way of acting it. And that is their personal life. That is them. In different scripts, they will come with different versions, but it's still them. You understand it's Mr. Ibu that is acting. You understand that it's Nkemowo that is acting. That is just it. I'm going to leave you with this 7 points for you to understand more depth of acting. Number 1, facts. If you are given a character, you need to find out the facts about that character. If it's a businessman or civil servant, if it's rich or poor, if he's married or single, you need to know more facts about that character so you'll be able to suit into the character and play it perfectly. Number 2, you need to find out the inner monologue of that character. What is the inner monologue? That is based on things that happen around us. Maybe you're going to an event, okay, possibly you want to go to a club. Within you, when you are going to a club for the first time, let's assume you're going to a club for the first time. Within you, there is this thoughts that will be going up in your head. What happens? How is the club going to be? How do people behave there? All these things. This is the inner monologue of yours. So you need to know the inner monologue of your character so that when you're acting, you build that in yourself. You infuse that in yourself so that you give a perfect actions and reactions. Number 3, you need to have what we call confidence. You must be confident in yourself. You must be bold. If you're not confident, that means you won't be able to present your character the way it ought to be. So you must be very confident in yourself. Whatever you are doing, you must be very, very confident in yourself. Believe in yourself. It is only you that can act that way. It is only you that can deliver that character in that form. Believe in yourself. Number 4, read. You must indulge in reading books. When you indulge in reading books, it will help you build more. Not when you come for an audition or possibly when other superstars are you guys on set, you want to run through your lines. Others, maybe you're just given the script for the first time. Others will read through their lines and they will give you your script so that you rehearse with them and you'll be doing no. So you need to read so that you be conversant with reading so that when you are given a script, you can run through your lines. Number 5, watch great movies. Watch great movies. When you're watching movies, let it be movies that will teach you a lot of things. Have a role model in films. You watch the superstars, how they carry their lines and their characters, how they flow with it. Understand it. When you understand them, it will help you build your own character. Number 6, work on your memorization skills. Work on your memorization skills. It will help you when others are set to act. Possibly you're okay with your lines. You have memorized it. That means you're not going to be working on trying to remember lines and trying to know the actions to take. The lines will come on its own, but the actions you are need already. Work on your memorization skills. That's number 6. The last but not the least, remember you are playing a different version of yourself, but it is still you. You are playing a different version of yourself. So when you are given a script, it is you that is going to act it, but it's going to be a different version of yourself. It is you. You're going to act it, but it's in a different version. Maybe you're not a criminal. They gave you a script that you're going to rob a bank, you're going to do this, you do that. Yes, you do that. In life, generally, we are created to be versatile in anything we do. What am I trying to say? Those kind of life, all those things are in us. It is our choice. Acting is making choice, what you choose to do. But not in life, we choose to live a good life. So maybe you're given to be an armed robber. If you're given to be an armed robber, when you're going to act it, don't pretend to be an armed robber. You're going to act an armed robber. You're going to live an armed robber. Any character given to you, that is exactly how you're going to play it out. So what am I trying to say? Let's assume they gave you being a billionaire. You can't be a billionaire and when you're talking like a poor man. No. Billionaires are bold. They talk like lions. So you must be bold when you talk with command, because the money has influenced you that you don't see things anymore that they are difficult. You see that life is so smooth and easy. That is the way you act. So, but if you have that attitude or the character in you as a poor man, they give you a role to play as a billionaire, you come acting like a poor man. No, now. I get what I'm saying. So what am I trying to say? It is a different version of yourself. And if you're a billionaire or a millionaire, you are given a role to play a village boy that is so poor. You don't come carrying your shoulders up. No, bring yourself down. You must be down to earth. Being down to earth doesn't mean that you are still the same who you are, but this is a different version of yourself. So acting is as easy as ABCD if you understand it. So follow us for more updates on YouTube, BossJega, Instagram, BossJega, Facebook, BossJega.